Hello, everybody, and welcome here to Homestead Miami Speedway for the first annual Ford 150 here at Homestead. On the pole is Alan Matthews, and it's John Gilbert, Stephen Pollard, Robert Pollard. It is Chris Dodd, Andrew Plank, Cody Wilmus, hometown guy Eric Rodriguez, and it's Bobo Galinsky, Tanner Guns, David Diaz, Ash Curtis. And then it's Kelly Boston, Isaac Jacob Green. Flag is in the air, and we are underway here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Down into turn number one. Alan Matthews, Rookie of the Year contender, driving that car off down the back straightaway. 3 wide behind Matthews as he's pulling away from Stephen Pollard. Oh man, that 44 Hendrick car might make this 4 wide into turn one. And that big run he had. Oh, the 48 had to give up out of the corner. They might be 4 wide still. They are 4 wide off the back straight away. Yeah, they might get 5 wide just a second. We're 4 wide into 3. 5 wide into 3. 17 gave, but man, they were 5 wide, but 39 stuck his nose in there. As the 80 and the 82 are pulling away from everybody. Battle for the lead is Stephen Pollard going under Alan Matthews. Ooh, almost contact. Wiggles. It's the 39 of David Diaz. Oh, the 83 of Robert Pollard is hard in the fence. Pollard's coming across the radio and says something's broke, guys. Bad break. You see the breakaway here. We have a little separation from a first pack to a second pack. Right now, Stephen Pollard loving it right now. Loving this Homestead racetrack. He is now moving to the front. Back here racing for a final point. It's crazy. Look at DJ Curtis trying his hardest in that new team. I bet DJ wishes his old team was still here. The team that he scored a bunch of points with last season. I bet he wishes that team was still around, but they had a close shop. Armor all jumped on board to 33. That's the third sponsorship change on the 33 and driver change. I think DJ Curtis is the right fit for the 33 car. But right now, Stephen Pollard is way pulled away from Matthews and Dodd. Chris Dodd is going to his favorite track next week, and that is Sonoma. As the man has won there twice. He's been the driver to sweep the Sonoma road courses back to back. Down the front of the field, getting more spread out, single file. The back of the field still driving crazy. Oh, Matthews running way slower laps than Stephen Pollard in clean air. We talked to the Pollards, Red Bull Racing executive today. He talked about Pollards being on the team. He said this week they brought ground pounders. Basically, they brought cars that are low to the ground and they could just get through the air. Brand new Toyota chassis. Jonathan Fitzwater, 'Just, 'Just tore the wall down back here. You can see all the Pollards are near the front. Stephen Pollard is the leader. The other Pollards are back here battling for the points paying position. There's Oreo, and there's Steve, and there's Robert. Robert was more up in the front, so he got the fence. Ooh, contact being made. Get you back up through the front of the field here. In the battle for the point. Right now, Chris Dodd is pulling big numbers, trying to get to the back bumper of Stephen Pollard III. Stephen Pollard, the season 1 champion, wants to return to dominance. Last season, joined this Red Bull team. They were not that great. They were the first. This was the first team that Toyota brought to the Sportsman series. It wasn't great. This season, Red Bull Racing, right now they could win a race. They have cars. They have teammates now in Toyota, at TRD that's helping them. The Curtises over at Petty and Nimco, they have been very strong this season. All qualified up front. All the Chevrolet teams, I mean, they're going to be stout either season just because of Chevrolets. Right now, there's 2 front full throttle motorsports cars up here, set in 4th and 6th, and that wouldn't have been possible without all the help that the 39 team and the 5 team did over at Hendrick Motorsports. Those guys helped Hendrick Motorsports and built Hendrick Motorsports to be a championship contender each year. Hendrick Motorsports was in both end of the running championships, season 1 and season 2. We have a battle for the lead. As Chris Dodd is now under Stephen Pollard. Tanner Guns is sticking his nose in there with a dive bomb move. And a 3 with Cody Lamas. Force the issue and try to go and win at his hometown track. New leader Tanner Guns, but Stephen Pollard is battling back. Stephen Pollard does not want to lose the lead here at Homestead. By now, Bobo Beletsky in that Hendrick test car sitting here, running better than Rick and Mitchell Carter. That car is just a car they put spare stuff on to test out for guys like Cody Lamas and Rick Johnson. Cody Lamas now is the leader of the Hendrick Motorsport team. He's been there the longest, because he was there at the end of season 1. Rick Johnson started last season. Mitchell Carter started this season, along with Bobo Beletsky at 44. Man, the 82 is running the 31 up the hill every lap. And speaking of somebody different, look at who's up here. Zadek Price. Really haven't talked about Zadek a lot since season 1. Oh, and he's getting turned by Don. He's around into the wall. And that's a huge impact. As soon as we talk about him, the commentator's curse has just happened. The caution is out. Nobody else is involved. And the commentator's curse has just happened. We were just giving Zadek a praise, saying, you know what, it's good to see him up in the front of the field, battling for a win, contending. And then he just gets flat taken out by Chris Dodd. Probably not on purpose. Just a shame, because that car took a huge impact into the wall here. Watch this car. Maybe we can get it better on this camera. Watch how high this thing gets in the air. After hitting that barrier, just rolls onto wheels. Gary May had to just Gary May did touch him a slight bit, and that might actually hurt Gary May. And Alex Wheeler's going to go up to a very high side and split him. And the rest of the cars are going to avoid because he slaps it in reverse and just lets the thing roll down the hill. We're going to see where Gary May is. There's Gary. Well, trying to see how bad that nose damage is. From Ash Curtis' rear bumper cam. Yeah, he's got a really messed up back end. You see, like Rick Johnson there, you see how he's got a front full clean Impala. Like Gary May. See all these cars how clean the noses look on them. Just look how clean the noses are on a lot of these cars. And you go back here to Gary May, and you can see the big just impact that is on that right tire. On that right side tire. So it might cut that tire down. We'll go get you back to the green here. Now, this is the question though. Pit stops. None of these guys have pitted. Are they going to try to save? Go from there? Or is this race going to end under caution? I don't think it should end under caution. Oh, we are green. My pace car still has its lights on when that's slow, but we are back green. Down the back straightaway. Tanner Guns has pulled a big lead. Chris Dodd going for the point. Brandon Guns won Auto Club. Can Tanner Guns get Guns Motorsports their third win? It might be their second win. I'm not for sure. I think Guns Motorsports did win a race last season. Either it was Joey Murphy, somebody won them a race last season. He is gone. Tanner Guns just opening the door. His cars are now trying to move up through the field like they did earlier in the run. JT Bryant trying to get Dodge up here. And the Hendrick test car is battling his teammate pretty hard, and that's Cody Lamas. And, you know, Cody Lamas is probably not liking that. He says, come on, teammate, you know, you don't have to be all up on us here. 4 or 5 wide in the corners. 88 has nowhere to go but the bobble between the 80 and the 22 and almost making contact with both. 3 laps to go. 2 to go, actually. Next flag is the white flag. Can Cody Lamas run down Tanner Guns? The one car is retired out of the race. We kind of figured that one under his big impact. Will Cody Lamas have enough time? Or is he going to come up just a tiny bit short at his hometown track? White flag is in the air. Look at Brandon Guns and the Guns Motorsports Chevrolet. Guns Motorsports has just turned the jets on at the end of this thing. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Cody Lamas is going to give it everything he's got, but it's going to be too little, too late. Tanner Guns wins the Ford 100. As everybody crosses the line, nobody crashed. Great finish for everybody back here. Look at this back here behind these guys coming to the stripe. Look at how crazy this was. 5 wide coming to the stripe. Look at this from the helicopter. This is coming to the checkered flag. 88 on the top. 80 in the middle groove. 66, 27. Making slight contact. Beating and banging. Coming down to the stripe here. This is for a 4th spot. And the 66 just edges out the 27. Barely. I'm going to get you 2. Because the caution is out for some reason. The yellow lights are on the race. Or here on the racetrack. Maybe the 43 wreck. Someone's having to bring the yellow out. Oh, the 88 has turned to 29. And that is why the yellow flag came out. The 88 just flat turned to 29. Maybe because of what happened to the one car. Mitchell Carter not pleased with Chris Dodd after he just flat wrecked the one car. It's Temper's Flare here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Tanner Guns is going to victory lane and celebrating. And it's Cody Lama second who's going to go home on heartbreak. And it's JT Bryan, Daniel Huffman, Brandon Guns, Ryan Swan, Ash Curtis, Alan Matthews, Sasuli, Rick Johnson, Jekyll, Davis, Carter, Wheeler, Hernandez, the final points paying position. So 15 cars walk out of here with points. And Gilbert, Dodd, Diaz, Pollard, Belinsky, Murphy, Fitzwater, Pollard, Boston, Brooks, Balvin, Fuller, Pollard, Denver, Sam Curtis, Eric Rodriguez, Morgan McPherson, Patrick Stewart, Andrew Plank, Richard Curtis, John Fitzwater, Benny Harner, Oriel Pollard, and Gary May. And it's a deck price. Is your finishing order, guys. We will see you guys next week from Sonoma. So, can Chris Dodd do the three-peat and win in this event in all 3 seasons? We shall see, but we will be back next week live on NBC Sports. And qualifying next week will be live on NBC SN. So, we will see you